But let's get into tonight's show. We have our first email question of the evening. This one is from Carlos. I think I need to talk to a lawyer about my back injury. I've never done this before and I don't know where to start. Is there a meeting where I bring up my medical records? Do I pay up front? A great question from Carlos.
Carlos, it's a wonderful question because a lot of times individuals are really nervous about contacting an attorney. So what happens is you call our office, you come in and speak with us, and it's called a consultation. It's free, doesn't cost you anything, and we talk about your medical, your situation, we talk about your medical history, and we talk about what happened to your back and what caused your back injury. Now, you know, when you talk about where do you start, how does it happen, well, just give us a call. That's all you have to do. We take your case for free. And if we can't do anything for you, well, then you don't owe us anything. Unless a lot of times clients come into the office and they're very nervous about coming in to begin with, and they're a little shocked, you know, and they're kind of like, you know, I've never done this before. And you know, it's part of our job to make them understand that, hey, look, there's a lot of people that have come in here before who's never done this type of thing before. But if you got a serious injury and you have questions about it, well, you know, come in and talk to an attorney.
Yeah, Chris, I mean, you know, one of the most important things you can do after a wreck is talk to an attorney because there's a lot of different things, there's a lot of moving parts, as some would say, when it comes to a personal injury claim. First and foremost, if you're involved in a wreck, if you've had a slip and fall incident, the first thing you want to make sure you do is you get the medical treatment that you need. The point of the attorney is to help you navigate the insurance claims process because most businesses, most people that are out there on the road will have insurance, and it's in the insurance that we get the recovery from typically when we're talking about personal injury claim recoveries. So, you know, one of the biggest questions we have first is who's going to pay my medical bills? Well, you know, attorneys help you navigate that process, and what most people don't realize is that under your own insurance policy in the state of Florida right now, you actually have a medical benefit under your own policy called PIP. It stands for Personal Injury Protection. It'll pay 80% of your medical expenses. And then the other 20% is either your responsibility. If you have private health insurance, that will pick it up. But if you don't have insurance, then you have to initiate a claim against the at-fault party. And that's where the attorney really comes in to make sure you maximize that recovery so you can get reimbursed for your lost wages, for your medical expenses, and things of that nature.
You know, Les, one of the questions that he also had for us too was, do you have to bring your medical records in?
Yes,
and absolutely, you do not have to do that. The initial intake meeting that we have with our clients basically is a fact-gathering information session to where we actually get to interview the client, talk to them, get all the facts of the case, talk to them about their injuries before, you know, if they had any injuries before the accident, what happened after the accident, and what are they currently sustaining and going through right now. So the question is, do you have to bring your medical records? Absolutely not. We'll get you to sign what's called a HIPAA form that allows us to get your medical records for you. And by doing that, we actually are able to get your full set of records to be able to review those as if, you know, a defense attorney was getting those and picking those apart as well and giving you a full evaluation of your case. So if you don't have all your medical records, if you don't have all the information, don't let that be an obstacle to you before you come in and talk to us.
And like you said, it is free to have that first consultation. Absolutely. I think a lot of people are worried about money when it comes to, hey, I've been in an accident and I don't know where I'm going to get this money. Maybe the insurance company hasn't paid them out yet. Maybe they're in a battle with the insurance company. If someone is in that situation, you know, what else can you offer? I mean, when does money come into the scenario with you guys?
Well, you know, money comes in at the end. And because insurance companies, Courtney, they have defense attorneys that work for them 25 hours a day, 8 days a week, if you can imagine that. I mean, they're on call all the time, 24/7. They're there to answer their questions, to take care of their best interest, not their insured's best interest, or the person that they inflicted harm against. So contacting an attorney such as ours at Perry & Young, you don't have to pay us anything to come in and talk to us. Myself, Larry, Les, Ted, a number of our attorneys will be glad to talk to you for free. And we basically work on a contingency fee. So Les, I'll let you explain the contingency fee aspect to us that allows us to actually represent clients who otherwise wouldn't have access to an attorney.
Yeah, anytime you have a claim where someone else might be responsible for your losses and your harms, it's very hard to go out and find an attorney that's going to take a case if you have to pay them on an hourly basis. And a lot of attorneys work that way. They charge an hourly rate just like any other business might charge, a plumber, electrician, like, you know, anybody like that. But attorneys are, you know, their hourly rates are pretty high, and so how does the average person get access to the court system? Well, it's through the contingency fee agreement, which is, you know, we will pursue a claim for you, and if we make a recovery for you, then our fee is paid from the recovery. It's a percentage of the recovery. The standard contingency fee in Florida is 1/3 of the recovery. But most of the time, we're able to recover enough money that not only pays our fee and our case costs, but also reimburses you for your medical expenses, reimburses you for future medical expenses and lost wages that you might have had in the past or in the future, as well as additional money on top of that for pain and suffering, inconvenience, mental anguish, things of that nature. So, there was an insurance study several years ago that said that, and this was a study funded by the insurance industry, it said that attorney-represented claims typically will garner 3 to 5 times the amount what a claim will garner if you're representing yourself. And so you think about it in those terms, yeah, I'm paying an attorney, but my attorney is going to get me 3 to 5 times more than what I could get on my own. You actually end up doing a lot better, and your claim's going to be handled by a professional that understands the insurance process and knows how to navigate all those landmines.